Welcome students. Let we start a new chapter in a business regulation. That new unit is unit number 3, competition and consumer law. In a competition and consumer law, part 1 and part 2, there are two parts is there in this lesson. First part, first part is Competition Act 2002. Competition. First of all, what do you know what is competition? In a every day to day life we facing the competition to each other, like in a home it means brother and sister, and outside in the outside life means we face a competition in a walking on road or when driving in the traffic. They are competing in which vehicles, like that competition. He has a same competition we facing in a business. How business also facing competition, and how competition act came to force. First, competition. Competition is a situation in a market in which firms or sellers independently stride for the stride for the buyers. It means stride means steps towards the buyers and promoting in order to achieve particular business objective. It means it is promoting competition is promoting to business people to attract the customers and to achieve their objectives of the business, like a profit, sales, or market shares. Next, let's we see what is competition act. First, introduction of competition act. Competition Act. It was enacted by the Parliament of India and governed in a Indian competition law. Next, it is replaced by the MRTP Act 1969. MRTP Act 1969. Monopoly and restricted trade practices. Monopoly restricted trade practices. Next, it is a competition act. It is a tool to implement. It is a one of the tool to implement and force the competition policies, and to prevent and punish, and also to prevent and punish the anti-competitive business participated by the firms and unnecessary government interference in the market. Competition law is equally applicable on written as well as oral agreement. It means Competition Act will applicable to written agreement, even also oral agreement also it will applicable. This act to implement this act. Next, arrangement between the other enterprisers or persons, and it is also arrangement between the enterprisers or persons. Okay. Next, let's we see what is MRTP Act. MRTP Act. MRTP Act, it is a monopoly restricted trade practices. Monopoly restricted trade practices. It is a came to force in a year 1st June 1970. In a year 1st June 1970, it came to force, and it is passed in a Indian Parliament in a year 1969. It is passed in a 1969 but came to force in a year 1970. Next, Competition Act. Competition Act 2002 was enacted by the Parliament of Indian enacted by the Parliament of India and replacement of MRTP Act. And Competition Act was the enacted by the Indian Parliament. It is enacted by Indian Parliament and replacement of a MRTP Act. Next, let's we see features of Competition Act. Let's we see one by one features. First feature, prevent prax prevent practice having a advisory effect on competition. It means it Competition Act will prevent the advisory effect. Advisory effect means harmful effect on a businesses. It will prevent to against the harmful effects to the business. And promotion and sustain promotion and sustain competition in market. It will promote and sustainably competition on a market. Next, ensure the quality of a product and a services. This act will ensure to get quality of a product and a services to the customers, and also to the even to the society also. Next, to protect the interest of the consumers. This act will protect the interest of the consumers against the malpractice of the traders. Next, ensure the next point ensure the freedom of trade carried on the other participants, and also it will give freedom to trade carried by the other persons. Next, facilitate the fast merger and acquisitions of a company. This act will help to fast merger. If we want to merge with one company to other company, it will take so much time. But this Competition Act will help as soon as possible. We can merge and also acquire the other companies by one company to other companies. Like that, we saw the features of a Competition Act. Next, we see objectives of a Competition Act 2002. Objectives of Competition Act 2002. Let's we see. First, objectives of a Competition Act. First objective is there are three objectives. First, anti-competition agreements. First, first anti-competition agreement. Well, let's we see. No enterprisers. No enterprisers are a association of a enterprisers or person. No enterprisers or association of enterprises or a person shall enter into any agreement in respect of in respect of production, supply, storage, acquisition, or control of a goods and services which cause or likely to cause an appreciable advisory effect on competition within India. Within India, advisory effect means harmful effect on a competition. Harmful effect to the competition. It means bad effect to the competition. If any bad effect, like getting very losses by other companies, this is bad effect to the competition. Next, next point. Abuse of domain position. Abuse of domain position. It means no enterprisers or a group shall abuse its domain position. Abuse means misusing of a position. Like we see, what is first we see what is domain position. Okay, first we see what is domain position. Domain position. It means position of a strength. Position of a strength enjoyed position of a strength enjoyed by an enterprises in a related to the market in India, relevant market in India, which enable to it, which enable to it. First, under that, which enable to it under that, operating independently of a competitive force, prevent in a risk, prevent in a relevant market, and affects is a competitors or consumers or relevant market in the favor. This is the abuse. In simple words, abuse of domain position. It means actual owner should be enjoyed by the that position of the company or a enterprises, but in the name of the actual owner, other persons like a board members or other persons are enjoying that position. Next, combination. Next, third point, combination. The acquisition of a one or more enterprises by acquisition of one or more enterprises by one or more persons, or merger or amalgamation of a enterprises shall be combination of such acquirer or acquiree. It means, in a simple word, combination, in the name of the combination, in the name only telling what is combination means, combination of one or more, two or more companies. In simple words, two or more companies. We can see combination, merging of with Honda company with Honda company with Hero, and also Maruti with Suzuki, and even also Ashok with Leyland. Like that, how many more companies we can see merging with one company to another company? This is a combination. Here, acquisition, it means acquiring, completely acquiring the small companies by the big companies. This is the uh, objectives of the Competition Act. Next, regulation of combinations. What and all regulations? Let's we see in a combination. What and all regulations is there? Let's we see one by one. First, no person or a enterprisers shall enter into a combination which cause or likely to cause an appreciable advisory effect on a competition. It means which advisory bad effect, harmful effect. Advisory effect means harmful effect, which cause are likely to be cause. We can see in further days or in a future days we cause a huge damage or huge losses to those business. That should be not happened by any persons or any enterprises. It means no person or no enterprises should not do cause to other businesses directly or indirectly. Next point, notice to the commission within 30 days from a ex, from a execution of agreement of a proposal relating to merger or amalgamation by the board of the directors. It means within 30 days from a ex, from a execution of agreement of a proposal relating to merger or amalgamation by the board of the directors. It means within 30 days. Within 30 days, there should, sorry. Uh, notice to commission. That should be notice to commission. What means 30 days from the execution of the agreement shall be proposed to the merger or by the board of the directors. It shall be proposed by the board of directors after the 30 days of the execution of agreement. Next, no commission shall enter into a effect until 210 days have passed from the day on which notice has been given to commission. It should be enter in no commission shall come into effect until 210 days. It means no commission or no any commission should be entered until 230 days should be completed. Okay, this is the objectives of the Competition Act. Next, in next class we discuss about Competition Commission of India and duties, functions, and also along with duties, function, and powers, we discuss a structure of a Competition of India. Okay, bye.